Premium duty generals. You know them, you love them. Okay, maybe love is a strong word. You need buffs from them. But not all the premium duty generals are worth getting. And we're going to take a look at that here. Hi, and welcome to Redevony. I am Akayasha. You can call me Aka. So guys, we are getting to that time of year where, I don't know, maybe some of you might be thinking of splurging a bit on Evony. And of course, we know that on everybody's splurge list, there is, a premium duty general or two that is hanging around there. So I decided to make this video to help give some guidance with duty generals because we have a lot. And in my opinion, not every premium duty general is worth getting. Now, I'm going to put some disclaimers here, okay? First thing is that this is my opinion, which you're completely free to disagree with, all right? Second thing, the information I'm about to share in this video is primarily for people that don't have the luxury of getting every single duty general and want to be selective about the ones that they get, okay? So you have limited resources, you want to make the most of it, okay? For people that can afford to get as many duty generals as they want, yeah, feel free, go ahead and do that, okay? This video might not necessarily be for you. Before we hop right in, just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Paxify. If you haven't checked out Paxify, they're a great way for you to save on the game. Links and everything you need are down in the description of this video. Using Paxify also helps support the channel, okay? So if you're trying it out, please remember to use the code redevony when you're using Paxify, okay? It really helps the channel out a lot. Thank you very much. Okay, so now that we've got those out of the way, first things first I'm going to say is that I don't think that duty generals for buildings that already have tavern alternatives are worth getting. And we have several of those buildings. You have the Keep, the Archer Tower, all the military buildings, stables, barracks, all those things, hospital, academy, all those buildings, okay? So the basis of our discussion is going to be on premium duty generals that do not have tavern or free-to-play alternatives, okay? So the first building that we have is the military academy. So this building has two dedicated duty generals. The first one is Justinian, and the next one is Sargon. And I'm sure you guys have pretty much seen these two duty generals around. Now, a lot of the conclusions and things I'm going to be discussing about in this video are going to be based on getting the premium duty general and not necessarily having the luxury to do max ascension on the duty general, okay? So I'm going to be focusing on being able to do like maybe 1 or 2 ascensions and, being able to do specialties. And the first conclusion that I have is that for the military academy, for most people, Justinian would be a better option to go with than Sargon, okay? Sargon is the 2nd gen duty general, right? And of course, if you max him out and you're able to get him to full specs and full ascension and everything, yes, he's better. But for people that, you're going to do some ascension here, some ascension there, you might do specialties and things like that. You're not planning on pouring in enough in this general to get him fully maxed out. I think it's better for you to stick with Justinian. So that's that. The next building that we have on our list is the Holy Palace. And for the Holy Palace, we have 2 generals as well, Trivia, and we have Helena. In fact, I've covered these 2 generals in a separate video already. Now, the thing about the generals for this building is that which general you favor will really depend on your situation. Trivia, for example, I think is better for people that are looking for defensive siege buffs, okay? Siege and range, particularly. If that's what your focus is going to be, then you'd want to go for Trivia. If you want to go for a bit more balanced buffs, okay, buffs for pretty much all troop types, then you will go for Helena. So that's it for the Holy Palace. The next building that we're going to talk about is the bunker. Very obscure building. Most of us don't use it, but it does have duty generals. And these are the two duty generals that we have for the bunker. We have Clovis and we have Sforza. Sforza is pretty new to Evony comparatively, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people might not remember her. But yes, she's the second gen duty general for the bunker. Now, out of these two, which one should you be looking to get? From what I've seen of these two generals, I think Clovis is better for smaller keeps. If you're a smaller keep, I think Clovis is better for you. If you're a bigger keep, I think Sforza is the better option. Now you might be wondering, hey Aka, am I a big keep or a smaller keep? And honestly, if you have to ask that question, then you're probably a smaller keep. So yes, you should know what kind of keep you are. If you feel you're a big keep, go for Sforza. If you feel you're a small keep, go for Clovis. Okay. Now, the next building that we want to talk about is the warehouse. The warehouse has a duty general, and that's Guinevere. And as far as I can tell, she's the only duty general for the warehouse. So she's there on her own, okay? She's cool. Now, the next building that we want to take a look at is the market. And for the market, we have Michael and we have Yolande. Yolande being the second gen duty general for the market. Now, out of these two, which one should you go for? In my opinion, I think Yolande is the better option. Just generally, for everyone, I think she's the better option for you to go for. Now, we go to the Forge, okay? The Forge has one duty general in the person of Ono no Imoko. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right at all. Ono no Imoko. All right, so he's the only one that I can remember right now. So there you go. Right, the next building that we have is the Research Factory. And for the Research Factory, we have Stephen the Great, right? Stephen the Great is the duty general for this one. Then we go to the embassy. Okay, and for the embassy, we have two duty generals. We have Heraclius and we have Queen Anne. Queen Anne being the second gen duty general for the embassy. Now, from what I've seen so far, for these two generals, I think Queen Anne is the one you should go for here. So, yeah, that's it. Note that, as I said earlier, we haven't really touched on a lot of the buildings with tavern options for duty generals. And I'm sure that there might be one or two of them that you guys will be like, hey, Aka, what about this building and things like that? Okay, take, for example, the rally spot. For the rally spots, we have Toyotomi and we have Niwa Nagahide. Okay. Toyotomi, of course, everybody knows he's in the tavern. Okay, you can get him. Niwa is the premium one, and a lot of people like Niwa. More march size, things like that. And yes, Niwa is great. But like I said, since you already have a tavern option, I'm leaving all of these ones out. So even if there's a great duty general that you think, as long as it's a tavern option, being excluded from this video. Now, we've gone through all the duty generals for these various buildings. So, the question now is, if, let's say you are in a situation where you really don't have any of the premium duty generals, which one do you then go for? I've given you like a decent list of, duty generals and things like that. So, which one should you go for? Okay. I'm going to skip all of the, again, analysis and things like that because, I don't want to bore you to sleep with the whole thing. But out of the list of duty generals that we have looked at so far, in my opinion, I think that the duty generals that you should be possibly looking to go for initially, you have Helena, you have Guinevere, you have Yolande, and Queen Anne. If you haven't started getting premium duty generals yet, and you want to get one, maybe two, or a few duty generals to start you off first, I think you should be picking from these four. Yes, all the other duty generals are great and things like that, and you can get them if you want to. Absolutely no problem. But I think these ones will give you the best value for your money initially. Okay? Then, as a sort of supplementary kind of thing, We have Justinian, Clovis, and Ono. These ones fall into the maybe category, in my opinion. So you have the first four, and then you have these ones that, okay, after these ones, you could get these, kind of thing. And then, of course, like I said, all the other duty generals for the buildings, you're free to get them. This is just some friendly advice that I'm giving you because I'm a nice person. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think about that, and we can discuss further if you have any other questions regarding duty generals. Previously, I had covered the main issue regarding these premium duty generals. Here's the video for it in case you haven't seen it, so you can have an idea of what the fundamental issue is with getting these premium duty generals. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. That's it for me, guys. Thank you very much. Aka signing out.